Hello everyone. I know it's been a while, but how are you guys doing? um, I've learned a lot. I've experienced a lot. I have come to the conclusion for a lot of things and realized that I have some growing to do. And I feel like that's a crazy statement, I guess, because of course I still have growing to do. I'm 19. I would hope that I never stop growing, actually, because then you stay stagnant, and I hate being complacent. I love to grow. I feel like a lot of times I talk about love in the context of other people, your relationships with other people. But today, I want to talk about the most important relationship that you can literally ever have. And it's with yourself. It's with the person that you wake up with in the morning every day, regardless. If you have a partner, a lover, or anything of that sort, you wake up with yourself first. It's the person that you see when you look in the mirror, or the person that you think about in conversations when you want to hear your voice. You think about yourself. And I know, honestly, a lot of people don't think about themselves, and a lot of people do. There's a spectrum to everything. But I sometimes have trouble asserting myself. Like, I'm constantly overanalyzing everything in terms of other people and how they feel about situations, and I know that because it's filtering through me, that my thoughts are somehow intertwined in there as well. But I don't feel like we get the chance to really think about ourselves a lot. As I've been growing, I have been realizing that I need to spend more time with self. First of all, I'm an introvert, and I really just learned this, and I really just now learned what it means to be an introvert and what that means for the time that I have to schedule with myself. Like, sometimes I need to have hours where I just go mute. Sometimes I just need to have time where I'm with no one, around no friends, around no people, and just still alone. Because being an overactive mind, as well as just a creative person, I'll always need that time to just be and do nothing, to recharge. Because I was having a conversation the other day about what I've realized since the new semester started of my sophomore year of college, and it's that I need to be alone. Like, as much time as I spend with other people, that quantity has to be at least equal in the amount of time that I spend alone. I can be very social at times. Like, I'm a very bubbly, nice person when I'm around people that, like, I'm acquainted with or I know. But I also need those times to be at a 0 and get back up to 100, because you start your day off at a good 80, 90, get to 100 maybe, or maybe you don't. But regardless, throughout the day, your social battery is being drained the more social interactions you have if you're an introvert. I need that time when I get to around 30, 20, where I'm hungry, I haven't eaten anything, and I am walking around with a so-called attitude. I have these very straightforward expressions on my face, and they appear to resemble anger. Essentially, if I can't remember like what I'm talking about, like, I already have brain fog. But if I'm in the middle of a conversation, I keep losing my pattern, or I don't know what I'm trying to say, I can't get the point out, then in turn I'm getting frustrated because I can't get my point out. That's because I don't have enough energy in me. I don't have enough social battery, enough food, enough nutrients inside my body. I haven't taken care of myself to the extent that I need to before putting myself out in these social interactions that I know will drain me. So the next thing I want to touch on is self-care. And I have this thing that I like to call a toolbox. And this toolbox is like a collection of practices, a collection of hobbies that I find bring me joy. So I group all these things together. It's like a way to compartmentalize them in my mind. And there are things like writing poems or drawing or painting, or really most of them are creative outlets. But in addition to like taking a walk or, taking a shower, getting like some water, little things that are truly self-care. Like, I'm paying attention to no one else but me in that moment. And I realize that I need those moments at least every day. At least every day. And those things can look like getting up and taking a shower, or getting up to feed yourself, or doing your daily practices or daily yoga or meditation that you promise yourself that you will do, every morning, or that you're trying to make a habit of, Little things like that help you reach your goals are absolutely important to me. And I'm growing to realize their importance as I grow older, that those things are the stable things in your life. Relationships, friendships, all those things come and go. Nobody is really stable in your life but you. Even the most stable relationships you think you have are not as stable as the relationship you have with yourself. So you have to nurture that relationship before you start nurturing the others. Like, I made a promise to myself, or it's something that I've been doing recently, that when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I look at is not my phone. Or sometimes it is, but I don't respond back to anyone. I wake up, take a shower, do my meditation and my yoga before I text anyone back. Before I am catering to the other relationships, I am catering to the relationship with myself. I am giving myself the energy I need in the morning to talk to people, to have a full mind, full brain power. And it helps me start my day on a more positive note, not just rushing out and have brain sleep, just walking around like a zombie, doing what needs to be done because it needs to be done. Romanticizing life makes it so much more tolerable. The mundane things get mundane real fast. And it's hard to find joy in things that don't give you joy. Like, people say that you should be grateful for certain things, but you can't force yourself to feel joy. I feel like it has to come naturally. Either it brings you joy or it doesn't. Sometimes it's about a mindset shift, yes. But also, sometimes it's just not fun. But it's a responsibility. So you have to do it. Or you make yourself do it. Or you have to be disciplined enough to tell yourself that you need to do this, get this done, kind of thing. Speaking of having to do things that you don't like to do, feel those feelings. I'm serious. When you have those very big emotions, you have to feel them. I have to let myself feel them. I'm a Pisces, so when I have emotions, they're very big. And I've been learning a little bit more about like my chart and everything, y'all. I'm a Pisces sun and a Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. So for those of you all out there that are not really into astrology that much, it is a kind of very complex, intense, and emotional. That's how I can sum it up. And in order for me to get past those big emotions when I experience them, I've learned that I have to feel them instead of pushing them away or suppressing them, because it does nothing for me if I don't deal with it or go through it. If I try to go around it, or if I try to go above it, try to circumvent it in any way, it will come back. It will fester. It will come out in different ways, in different conversations, towards different relationships. It's going to come out eventually. And it's not going to be in the way you intended, or maybe even to the people you intended it to be to, or the people who hurt you. It could be somebody totally different who didn't deserve the wrath of the pain that you've endured, but you didn't take the time to properly feel those feelings, so it's seeping out in other ways. Once you put so much pressure down on a thing, it can only spill out from the sides and all the other ways. It's going to burst eventually. So instead of trying to push through, sometimes life does have to take a pause. You have to just sit and be. I've currently been experiencing that as I had a incident the other day, and my friend got assaulted by a man on my campus, and it was pretty traumatic for me as well. Although I didn't get physically assaulted, I still did absorb a bit of the emotional trauma from the situation. I have very big feelings, and sometimes they are overwhelming, especially in situations of intense anger or sadness. I've been patient with myself, allowing myself to take a break, to pause those assignments that I have, because I have to give myself grace. You have to be disciplined as well as give yourself grace, because I've always had a bad balance with that. I've allowed my losses to be bigger than my wins. I've allowed my disappointments to be talked about more than my successes. I am working on it. So to honor myself, I gave myself a break. I gave myself some self-compassion, because I won't get anywhere shaming myself. I'll only be more put down, more discouraged, and more unmotivated. So, when you're feeling big feelings, don't run from them. Sit with them, hold them, hear them, and feel them, because they're not going anywhere. Within this feeling the feelings thing, I have been working on my boundaries as well. I feel like for me it's hard setting boundaries because I'm a really go with the flow kind of person. I'm always thinking about other people. I'm always thinking about how they'll feel about it, how they'll react to it. And most of the times when I'm out with my friends, they're the drivers, or I'm not on my own time, you know? And when I was on my own time, it was overwhelming because everybody was in my space all the time. So I realize I can't control every situation, but I can have firm boundaries so that I don't shut down my own voice. I constantly neglect to say things, certain things, because I fear I'll inconvenience people. I fear people will be upset with me. I'm a recovering people pleaser, and it comes back up, y'all. It resurfaces frequently. In order to avoid that, I like to be firm in my boundaries. So I have to have that time alone to figure out what I want or how I feel about the situation. I have to really think about, if I had to explain this to someone else, how would I explain to them how I felt? And that's how I know that I have like that peace for myself, and I know that I'm taking the time I need, the adequate time to figure out how I feel in this situation. If I bury my voice to put others on top of mine, I feel rushed. I feel inadequate. I feel less confident because it's not coming from me. Someone else's beliefs. I was told younger by my grandma that you don't always have to speak. Some situations you should just sit back and be quiet. Just because you have something to say doesn't mean you should speak. To a child, those words seem like the bottom line. And those things stuck with me. Those words stuck with me. And I embodied that. I became more reserved. I was so bubbly as a kid. I talked to everyone. I was very extroverted as a child. I don't know what switched. Or maybe it was the combination of opinions like that being shoved down my throat. Who knows? I can't stay in the past. I'm here in the present. But things like that have conditioned me to keep my voice quiet. And I don't accept it anymore. I am my own person, and I have to fight my battles. No one will fight them for me, so I have to speak up for myself and voice my opinions because no one else will. I have to say no when I don't want to hang out. No when I have to do something for myself, but would rather hang out because then they won't feel like, oh, Rihanna's ditching me, or she fakes she don't want to hang out, or every time I call, I'm the one that's calling and she never wants to hang out and she's weird, so we're not friends, blah, 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 blah. I'm always going down a rabbit hole of other people's emotion. And I say yes a lot to avoid the backlash of saying no. I'll go with the flow. But I've been hearing my voice a little bit more clearly lately. I think it's because of the meditation and yoga that I've been doing every day. But regardless, I have. And it makes me do things for myself, like saying no, scheduling my time, telling people they can't ask me last minute things, because although I'm usually not the one driving and I'm on everybody else's time, I can make time and space for myself too. I can be real and honest with people and say, no, my social battery is low. I don't want to hang out. That's being true and honest to yourself. And that's important to me. Because in order for me to show up for other people, I have to show up for myself first. So building a relationship with myself has really been helpful, beneficial, revitalizing. I'm thankful for the relationship I have with myself. I've grown. And I hope that the relationship I have with myself mirrors in the relationships that I have with other people. Because this is me showing up in my truest form. Take it or leave it. I think that's all that I have to say today. But until next time, your ray of sunshine is out.